People need to be more honest with their clients. Do not get caught out in the very common trap of trying to convince a website that you can deliver for them if you don't fully understand their spec or what they're trying to achieve or what is their end game goal. It's very common for someone to put feelers out that they need a website, or maybe on a social media forum has said, I've got a website, it was built ages ago by another designer, or I want to take it places or add an e-commerce element to it. Does anyone know who can help me? And people jump in. Oh, I can help you out. I can design your website. I can do it for $50, $500, $50,000. People start piling in and they are giving out quotes and prices for something where they don't fully understand the spec. How can you quote something if you don't know exactly what the client wants or even what their existing website is built? I've had people approach me. They've got a website that's built and they might send a URL or not. And they go, this is what I want. What's the best price? I don't know your full back end of your website. You might have sent me a URL, but now you want me to inspect and investigate your website and give you a quote for free? It ain't happening unless we do a discovery call, my friends. But back to the topic. A lot of people are rushing out to say, I will work on your website. And what makes it 50 million times worse is when they agree to do something, but they don't actually have any clue on. And that's the basis of this video. Be honest with your clients. Client might say, I want a 5-page website, but I want to have a booking system on there. And you kind of go, yeah, okay, we can do that. But what kind of booking system did they want? Is it just like where they fill out a form and it goes off to someone else and then they get back to the client? Do they need to accept payment? Do they need to take a deposit because you're hiring out a room or a car or some tool or furniture or something? Hiring out furniture, you can hire out furniture, but you get the idea. Maybe they're going to take a booking which feeds over to a table waiting service, and then they have to make sure they book a table in the restaurant. Have you thought about all these lines of communication, integrations, and any other APIs that have to take place? It's really easy to see like a very basic spec where without speaking to the client to understand what they want, you may have agreed to something that you can't deliver. And this is the crux of this video about being honest with your clients. If they want something specific, like the website's got to function a certain way, it could be a preloader. It could be a form of animation. It could be that they saw something on someone else's website that they came across and they want to mirror or replicate that funky bit of movement, scrolling effect, or maybe you click a button and the button expands and people appear and stuff like that. They want that on their website. And you've gone, well, someone else did it, so I can probably replicate it. Yeah, I can do that. Don't you worry. I can sort you out for that. And you know what? I'll even throw it in for free. I've got your back. But you don't know how to do that. You inspect the page. You're still not sure. You look at the classes. You put it through theme detector to find out what the theme or plugin is. And you find out it's hello. Well, okay, well, how do they do that with hello? You go and copy the page source, stick it into ChatGPT or Grok or DeepSeek or something else, and you're still not getting to how they exactly built it, and you're struggling to find the code, and there's a bit of JavaScript. You go online and you look at CodePen, and you go to forums and Reddit, you watch videos, and you are now sinking in despair because you told your client, I can do it, and they paid a deposit, and they are expecting you, and they are not going to completely, fully fulfill their deposit. No, they paid the deposit. They're not going to pay you for the final payment for the website. And you want that. You don't want to lose it because that client also knows people. So you don't want to lose out on potential referrals, and you don't want any bad press because they might badmouth you with a review or let other people know, do not go near that web designer because they fucking lied and all of that. You don't want shit on your face, let alone the fan. But you misled the client. I cannot stress this out enough. You will see a very common reply from me on a lot of forums or wherever people post a question. I need to achieve X, Y, Z, and they might pop in a video or they pop in an image. And one of the most common replies is this for you or a client? And when they say it's for a client, I will then say, why did you agree to do this if you don't know how to do it? And they usually reply with, well, I thought someone else would know. Let's just break this down for a moment. You've agreed to do a website for a client. Let's pretend it's $1,000 or $500, okay? And the client expects you to deliver, but you don't know how to do it. So you're going to go onto the forums, post a video, post a screenshot, but you're expecting other people to tell you how to do it, to generate your code, to give you a step-by-step instruction on how to do it for free. But you're going to get paid for it. And yeah, you will learn from it. And maybe you might have to give a bit of payment to someone to help you out. But does any of that alleviate the stress, the burden on your shoulders, and a possible unhappy client because you said you could deliver? Now, when it comes to evolving as a web designer, we like to challenge ourselves. But there comes a point when you have to understand the scope of the challenge, right? Hill walking, I'll go hill walking. Am I going to climb a mountain? Well, if the mountain's not too high, I'll climb a mountain. Am I going to climb Ben Nevis? Well, then I might need to go and, invest in some equipment. And then I've got to think about going with someone who kind of knows what to do and be very careful. But then I'm considerate over my health and all of that and my heart. And do I really want to be putting myself under pressure? Do I want to do Mount Everest? Hell no. There's no way I'll be able to do that. I don't think I can at all. And that's the same when it comes to web design. It's okay to challenge yourself to a point if you know you've got the right resources and the skill set to deliver on that. So if I say I'm going to do something and it's a bit challenging, I must already have a very good idea of how I'm going to accomplish it. So am I going to climb up a pretty decent big mountain in the Peak District or the Lake District or something like that? Am I going to go and do something like that? Yeah, but I got to make sure I'm equipped and I know what I'm doing. But even with the best equipment, even with the right people around me, I think I'd struggle very harshly with Mount Everest. And that's the same with web design. Stop agreeing to do things where you don't have a fucking clue. If you do not know how to deliver, if you don't have the right people next to you in your inner circle, in your close-knit community that are going to help you achieve X, and you don't have to worry about them going, well, I'm going to charge you for it, and you don't feel like you're taking the piss by always expecting other people to work for you, then you can consider doing it. No, I'm not calling anyone out here, but I see this a lot in a lot of forums. Continuous, help me out, help me out, help me out. Fucking sort your own fucking problems out, right? And start thinking a bit more responsibly with integrity and stop misleading clients on, because that client may have considered 20 other people, but you're the one who came up and said, I can deliver. Only say I can deliver when you can deliver. This is a really blunt, harsh, honest message about being honest with your clients, and most of all, be honest with yourself. I'm Imran from Web Squadron. I hope you like. I hope you stay subscribed. Please share and let the world know about this. And maybe, just maybe, I'll see you soon.